says connecting, so hopefully the magic happens. And there he is,
Hey,
Mobley. Not so bad. How are you? Welcome.
good.
Thank you for being early. I don't think that's happened yet.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. So are we, is this your home in Austin? Is that where we're at right now?
Yes, yes.
Right on. How has it been over the last few weeks, months for you?
Weird, like it is for everybody. Thankfully, though, I've been making records by myself from home for a while, so not much has changed on that front. So that's been good.
Yeah, and it does seem like you're keeping yourself and your fans well occupied with these Wednesday hangs that you've been doing.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a two-a-day for you, right?
Three. I did
Oh,
one
wow.
before this. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Definitely keeping us well fed with Mobley content. I appreciate that.
Right.
All right. Well, I do want to talk to you about your new record, which is coming out hopefully soon, and some other stuff as well. But do you want to start with a song, and then we'll go from there?
Sure. Yeah. I'll play the first single off the record, which is a song called Nobody's Favorite.
Cool.
Come dumb, come dumb, come young, come rain, come sun, come sunken at half aware. Just point the magnet at me, man, let's get some money, we can make it fair. I could be the call to change your life. You've been on the run since 1985. You're nobody's favorite. You're nobody's favorite one. You're nobody's favorite. You're nobody's favorite one. You're nobody's favorite one. Say something cool to keep it textual. Well, that's the mood, so what's the mood? She's standing next to you. Holy water, or a shot of ginger ale. I've been drinking from wishing wells, hoping it'll change my life. It's not. You're nobody's favorite one. You're nobody's favorite. You're nobody's favorite one. You're nobody's favorite. You're nobody's favorite one. You're nobody's favorite. You're nobody's favorite one. You're nobody's favorite one. I had a dream this was all lit up. The luster's fading. I had a dream this was all I want, but the lust is waning. I had a dream this was all there was.
Amazing. Mobley, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope everybody's got a round of applause going on at home, however weird it might sound. Um, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've hosted a handful of these, and I've watched a handful of similar ones that other people are putting on, and they don't always sound great. Sometimes they sound a little bit weird or like tinny or like they're coming through a phone for sure. But this one sounds great. Not lying to you. This is whatever setup you've got going on right there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That is primo. Nobody's favorite, the single that we're spinning now off of this forthcoming record, Young and Dying in the Occident Supreme.
Yeah.
Which I hope is on the way soon. I don't want to pressure you for any like industry secrets that are going on, but
it's on its way. We're going to be putting out another single from it over the next few weeks. So the record is coming along slowly but surely. Obviously, it was delayed by the pandemic and everything, but yeah, we're figuring it out right now.
Yeah, and I think that kind of delay is totally normal. You see a lot of people doing it in these recent times. But speaking about that new single that you've got coming out, I did want to mention the Nobody's Favorite music video is spectacular. I encourage everybody to pay a watch on that. And Mate, this forthcoming single, I understand you're asking people to be in the video themselves. Is that true?
Yeah. So it's Mate is a song about love and companionship, connection, and I don't write a lot of love songs, so it seemed like it was a good opportunity to kind of, especially as isolated as everybody's been, to kind of celebrate companionship and connection and all that. So I'm asking people to send us videos of them with the people and pets and things that they love, the things that have been getting them through this time, and the hope, the plan is to kind of weave those videos in and out with some performance videos that we're gonna shoot, and that'll be the music video for Mate, the next single.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it. What's the deadline on that? Was it June 1st or July 1st?
It's June 1st.
June 1st. Yeah. Cool. So mobleywho.com, get your videos in.
Yeah.
Be in that music video. That's very cool. The new record, again, Young and Dying in the Occident Supreme. I want to ask you about the process of this record, because it's a pretty interesting backstory. You went on vacation to Thailand, not expecting to write a new record, saw a guitar in the window, and it was off to the races.
Yeah. I was taking my first vacation in several years, and yeah, like you said, my plan was to not touch music at all, but I got this knockoff Telecaster from a music shop in Bangkok, and then we went off to this remote island, and all of a sudden all these songs started coming out. So I ended up actually tracking about half the record and almost all of the guitar just in this little condo on the beach in Thailand, and then brought all that back here to my house in Austin and finished the record. But yeah, completely unexpected and really different process, like looking out at the ocean and writing versus kind of like in my cave here in Austin where I've produced most of my stuff previously.
Yeah. How was it? I read that you gave the guitar to a cab driver at the end. How did he take that?
It was awesome. So there was this cab driver that we had kind of like go get groceries or whatever, and he was like a real like punk rock guy. He had like green spiked hair and like studded wristbands and stuff like that. Always listened to rock music, and so like at the end, like kind of across the language barrier, I was able to communicate like do you want this guitar? and he seemed like really thrilled to get it. So hopefully he's getting some songs out of it the way that I did.
Man, yeah, that's super cool. Again, the new record, Young and Dying in the Occident Supreme, due out soon from Mobley. Thanks again for joining us on this virtual big room. Do you want to play another and then take it from there?
Absolutely. This is another song from the record. It's called James Crow.
I've been seeing the world through a dead man's eye. When I lay me down, a dead night ride. Then I noticed that I've been watching myself from a car outside. So bring me for me, so I'm singing, take it all back now, take it all back now. James Crow, come and tell me what you know. James Crow, you're the devil in a daydream. James Crow, will you bring it to me, so singing, take it all back now, take it all back now. You've been setting the world on a dead man's life. Kind of won't decay and fade away, a passing time. I play the scientific, I can't be tamed. Afraid of a religion that can't be named. But all I really want is to crawl like my body can be. James Crow, gonna tell me what you know. James Crow, you're the devil in daydreams. James Crow, will you bring it to me, so singing, take it all back now, take it all back now. James Crow, come and tell me what you know. James Crow, you're a devil in a daydream. James Crow, will you bring it to me, so singing, take it all back now, take it all back now. Is there a fever worse than fate? You know that you're lost, 'cause it's gone from the beginning. I can feel it in the way that you are. You're James Crow, come and tell me what you know. James Crow, you're a devil in a daydream. James Crow, you're walking for me, slow singing, take it all back now, take it all back now. James Crow, come and tell me what you know. James Crow, you're the devil in a daydream. James Crow, come and bring it to me, slow singing, take it all back now, take it all back now. James Crow, come and tell me what you know. James Crow, you're the devil in a daydream. James Crow, you're walking for me, slow singing, take it all back now, take it all back now. James Crow, come and tell me what you know. James Crow, you're the devil in a daydream. James Crow, will you bring it to me, slow singing, take it all back now, take it all back now.
Amazing. Mobley, thank you once again.
Thank you.
A real catchy one. Off of the new record, Young and Dying and the Occident Supreme. We're very much looking forward to that album.
Thanks.
Now, I understand you used to be a programmer / web developer before going into music full time.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of translates well to the videos that I've seen of your live performances. And I know it's kind of weird to talk about live performances in an era where there aren't any live performances, but
Yeah.
But the shows are sick from what I've seen on YouTube and all that. Down to the technology. Can you tell me about this human drum machine that you created? Because I've never seen something like this.
Yeah, so I really place a high premium on audience interaction in my shows. I'm a big believer that the show is really what happens between the performer and the audience. Like, obviously a performer without an audience is just a rehearsal, you know, so like it's really about the energy of the crowd. So I wanted to find a way to really radically involve the crowd in the show. So I built this device. It's based around this chip called an Arduino, but basically I hand these like copper tubes out to people in the audience, and they're connected to this chip via wire, and it lets me touch their hands to trigger sounds. And so in one of the songs in the show, I play the song on the hands of the people in the crowd while I sing it. And it's always, as you can imagine, it's always a big crowd pleaser.
Yeah, that is insane. I think that, now that you mention that, I think that is what, the audience participation within the show, I think that's what gives it that shred of authenticity, or that, that feeling of authenticity when you're up there, because it's just you up there doing the show. I remember I saw an artist like 4 or 5 years ago that was doing the same sort of thing. It was just him, and he ran around to all the instruments doing all of it. But something seemed a little bit off, and I went up to him afterwards and I said, like, hey, what's the deal with your looping? And he goes, oh, it's all David Blaine stuff, man. I just don't want to pay anybody. I'm like, That just ruined the whole thing. But
Wow. At
but I
least it's
see.
honest.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I get sort of a different feeling watching watching some of your performances. How do you come up with the visuals and all that? Because this is all directed by you. What goes through your mind when you're putting a show together?
Yeah, I mean, so I don't have any formal training in music. My formal training is actually in film. So whenever I'm writing a song, I'm always, even as the song is coming together, kind of seeing it in a visual way as well. And so, you know, when it comes to creating either the music videos or the videos that are part of the live show, it's just a matter of I really try to figure out what is the kind of um, emotional point, that nugget at the center of the song that I'm trying to get across, and then figure out how to amplify that with visuals. And really the biggest thing I'm trying to do is, since it's just one person, I'm kind of trying to give people a peek inside of my mind. You know what I mean? Like, everything you're hearing, everything you're seeing came out of one person. So it's really an intimate and kind of exposed type of thing where I'm just kind of unpacking my brain onto the stage.
Yeah, man, it's also crazy to me to hear that you have no like formal training in music, because even before this album is out, you're already credited on the label's website with like over a dozen instruments that you put onto this thing.
Yeah.
The list
Yeah.
goes on and on. That's nuts.
Thank you.
So one more thing before we have you play another one and cut you loose here today. I do want to run you through a quick lightning round here at the end, just some rapid fire questions.
All right.
All right, it starts off easy. Question number one, dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Coffee or tea?
Neither.
Okay. That's a healthy response. I think I've only gotten that once or twice. Soup or salad?
Salad.
What is the last dream that you remember?
Oh man. So I don't remember very many of my dreams. The last dream I remember, I don't know what happened in it, but I know that I embarrassed myself in the dream because I woke up feeling really embarrassed about something.
Yeah, I've had a handful of those. Don't worry. What is the prettiest American state in terms of geographical outline alone?
Oh.
What has the best shape?
I'm gonna have to go with North Carolina.
Okay. I haven't gotten to North Carolina yet. That's good. I try to ask everybody that.
That's a really good question.
Ironically, Texas is the #1 response so far.
That doesn't surprise me, and I felt a lot of internal pressure to say Texas, but I was born in North Carolina, so I'm gonna have to go with North Carolina.
Gotcha. A little bit outside the box. I like it. And my last question to send you off on, I also like to ask everybody this. If you had to, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? You've already heard it.
Yeah. That's such an awful choice. One horse-sized duck, or I guess probably the horse-sized duck. I don't feel confident about my chances in either case, but I guess the one horse-sized duck, because you only have one thing to worry about. But that's terrifying. That's
right.
Terrifying.
Oh, for real. Well, it's a very courageous answer. Again, Mobley, thank you so much for joining us. I will plug the YouTube stream once again. If you haven't gotten enough Mobley today, check out that YouTube page. Is it on your Instagram as well?
It is, yeah.
Cool. So give them a follow. Check it out tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern?
8 p.m. Central. 8
p.m. Central. Okay. Yeah. So that is 9 Eastern?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time zones. I don't even know what day it is. You know what I mean?
I know, man.
All right, cool. We'll have another one, and then we'll have you play another one, and then send you on your way, I suppose.
All right, great. Thank you. This is another one from the new record. It's called Lost Boys. Something simple trickles in through data on demand. Secret texts and jealous sexes throbbing in your hand. A revelation from
lost boys. You never run out of ways to take it from us, so but that doesn't scare me at all. You're just a number they call. Heavy mist and red pistons on the way back home. Disco, Monte Cristo, service way back home. The visitation on the corner street, you know. Water border, lawn border, you kept my best. Sat a picture, hiding missing, strapped across the chest. The recitation of the darkest deep, you hold. Well, you think you made it, but you lost, boys. You never run out of ways to take it from us, so that doesn't scare me at all. You're just a number they call. You think you made it, but you lost, boys. Never run out of ways to stay above us, so but that doesn't scare me at all. Good dogs will come when they call.
Awesome. Thank you again so much, Mobley, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
I've got one more question before I cut
All
you
right.
loose. It's
Cool.
out of the box. Where did you get that lamp behind you?
Oh,
Do you
man.
remember?
I don't remember. It was
Okay.
somewhere really boring, like Target or something.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
I've got some online shopping to do. It caught my eye during that last one.
Okay.
Nice
It's a
lamp.
really cool lamp, and it lights up the room really well. But yeah, I'm sorry, I don't remember where I got it.
All right, no worries at all. I hope everybody gives Mobley a follow. Check him out on this live stream this evening, and we hope to see you in Columbus when all of this smooths over.
I can't wait.
Cool. All right. Thank you once again for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, man. Take care.